Fiesta Friday, everybody. Sanctuary will hold their 16th annual Too Cool to Do Drugs Parent and Youth Conference on Monday, September 3rd, which happens to be Labor Day, if my calendar is correct, ladies. Joining me now are project assistants Manaling Regis and Stephanie Guzman. Ladies, so I was correct, that's on Labor Day, and you guys have to work.
Yes, we do.
Okay, well, you know, we are going to talk about the conference exhaustively at length and everything, but let me open, I guess. Does the fact that the conference starts on a holiday, does that deter people from showing up, or does it actually work in your benefit?
Well, in a way, it does work in our benefit because it is a non-school day, so more people are allowed to come. But the only issue we do have is because parents have to be present, and you know, most parents have things to do like the Labor Day picnic, and not many of them want to come down and drop their kids. But you know, we're just hoping this year we get the amount of numbers we're looking for, which is up to 200.
Okay, so modeling, of course, the theme of the conference is Too Cool to Do Drugs, which would imply that it is for high schoolers, people, young people in that generation, everything like that. Well, what is the main purpose of the conference?
Well, it's basically for youth, not just high schoolers in itself, but it's Too Cool to Do Drugs conference. So basically to educate the youth on not to do drugs. This year's theme is resilience and progress. It's a wrap, so we're going to incorporate those types of factors. And then also Stephanie, the HIV and STD, we also received, we're using that to incorporate through the conference.
Okay. Well, it's interesting too because, you know, the topic of drugs, especially when it comes to young people in this day and age with everybody knowing everyone else's business on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and Google Plus and everything like that. Peer pressure is probably at an all-time high, and you know, I guess it would take a sense of community to make sure that, you know, like if people want to keep kids off of drugs, it helps to get kids in clusters and say, if your peers aren't doing it, neither should you, and everything. So how do you guys tackle the very daunting challenge of peer pressure?
Well, as far as peer pressure goes, this year for the conference, what we did was we went ahead and broke the conference into different track sessions. They are basically breakout sessions for the kids and the parents to go to. So we have topics on HIV, STD, and AIDS. We also have, of course, drugs and alcohol. We've got professionals from Department of Mental Health. We also have the Guam Project, West Care Pacific Islands, that will be coming out. So in a classroom setting, it is easier for a youth to comprehend more information than a larger group setting, because pretty much if somebody was to be talking, it would be difficult to get the information. So that is why we went ahead and did a breakout session. That way the youth there, like as far as peer pressure goes, it's more of an intimate setting for the youth to actually do hands-on with the workshop sessions. So
if a Q&A, that would be easier too. Right? Yeah.
And it'll be a lot easier to basically understand, you know, where your friends come from, what types of pressures they've been through, and it also would affect on personal experience themselves if they're unable to talk about it. So those are things that would also come in common with the different track sessions that we will be having.
Now, are the tracks meant to be, you know, because of course you said there is some for students and some for kids, are the two groups mutually exclusive and like parents go to one, kids go to the other, or are there some groups where parents actually take the lessons in with their kids? No,
we went ahead and separated the parents from the youth, and that way it would be more comfortable setting. Because if you're with your parent, obviously you're not going to say, you know, what your experience is or what you have done. So we put them into separate track sessions, youth all with youth, and then adults all together with adults. So that's how we were able to determine that basically they are able to talk it out, put it out there on the table saying this is what my child is experiencing without having to have the child feel uncomfortable. So that would be a lot easier way to target our audience.
Okay, well, real quick, let's go ahead and talk about exactly where it is. You know, we've already covered when. That would be on Labor Day. And as you guys have covered, it's a very good day to come out and everything. So everybody make sure to go out there. It's a very worthwhile time. And how can people sign up?
People can sign up. They can go on our website at sanctuaryguam.org. Fill out a registration, print it out, fill it out, turn it in. They can go to our office, which is located in Maymay Road, Chalampago, or they can call us at 475-7101, and we'll be gladly to deliver some packets, especially to the schools.
Now, real quickly, because we do have to go to a commercial break, let's talk response. How typically do the kids in the 15 conferences that preceded this one and everything, how empowered and how motivated does it make them?
Oh gosh, over the years, our participation level has increased over the years. So right now, like I said, this year, we are just looking forward to having them come back out again And this morning we were on the radio targeting the youth and their families to let them know this is what's happening. It's a perfect conference. It's a way to do prevention and education, including awareness. So, I mean, it is understandable, like we talked about earlier, you know, drugs and alcohol is a very like big situation on the island. It sometimes is not out there, but Sanctuary, this is their way to get it out there to the kids of the prevention and education part.
Okay, well, Steph and Manalyn, thank you very much. And it looks to be a wonderful conference, and we'll see you there.
Yes, thank you.
All right. And stay tuned because we will be back. Geneva Bosco is on the other side of this break.